Welcome back to my channel. I'm Julie, keeper of my home. Now today I am going to be making a dessert. And this is a no-bake dessert because I know we're going into warmer days and nobody wants to be baking a dessert and heating your house up on those really warm days. So today, let me show you something you can do that is delicious and won't heat your house up. Okay, you can see in here I have a pot of butter and I've got this starting to melt here. It's almost completely melted. This is 2 sticks, so 1 cup of butter. Now I am using salted real butter and just want to get this so that it's melted before we add our other ingredients. Now I never said this was fat-free. This is a lot of butter, but this is going to be the glue that holds everything together. All right, so now that that is melted, we are going to add some vanilla. This is some vanilla made by a friend. And you want 1 teaspoon, so that's about a capful. Put that in there. Now I've got this on low, so I don't have the heat up very high. I'm also going to add a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. You can use light, you can use dark, whatever you prefer. And get this stirred in. You want to get the sugar so that it's pretty much dissolved. It doesn't have to be totally dissolved, but we want to make sure it's all mixed in there. Okay, that looks good. Now we're going to add some oats. You can add quick oats. I like the old-fashioned oats. Just my preference because I feel like they're more mealy, like the texture is just mealier, and I like that. This is 3 cups. Let me get this stirred in. I want to mix it all in there so that everything gets incorporated. And I'm going to set my timer for 3 minutes, and we're just going to let this simmer in here. Now, if you are using quick oats, I would only set the timer for 2 minutes. But since I'm using the old-fashioned and they're a little bit mealier, like I said, they're more of a whole oat, I'm going to set it for 3 and just cook them a little bit longer. And this is all the cooking that we're going to do. This is going to take the place of the baking, so you're not going to have to bake. I don't know about you, but I love dessert. And the only thing about desserts, making desserts, is I just don't want to have to bake them because it does heat up your kitchen. And not only that, but it takes a lot more time because you're having to pay attention to what you have in the oven. And during the summer, I spend most of my time outside. So I don't want to have to keep running inside or just waiting inside for my dessert to be finished. So this is a really good dessert. You can make it ahead and have it for later on. You can make it a day ahead. You can make it a couple hours ahead. It just needs to sit for a little bit to set. Become hard enough so that you can cut it into bars, or I'm going to show you how I do it. You want to keep stirring these because you don't want them to burn on. And just keep them moving in the pan and keep everything consistently simmering. We just have 10 seconds left. This smells so good. I mean, it really smells good. There we go. Timer is off. Heat is off. Okay, so you can use an 8x8 inch baking pan, like a brownie pan. This is how I do it instead. This way, I don't have to cut anything. They're all individual, and this is kind of a fun way to do it. Now I have greased all of these, and this is just a regular muffin tin, just regular size. It's not jumbo or anything. It's not the mini. So we're going to put a little bit of, I might put a towel down on here just so that we don't have the sound of this on the counter. To irritate while we're doing this. Okay, I am just going to press this into the muffin tin. Each one of these is going to get a little bit here. You want to do this to all of them. You don't have to put a lot. I think I put a little too much in this one because we are going to top them. But we do want to get this in there and pack it in there really good. I just want to get it nice and pressed. And keep going until you have them all filled. Okay, the last one is in. So now that we have all of those filled, and you want to remember you need to reserve half of your mixture. You're only putting half on the bottom, and the other half is left in the pan. Now the filling is 1 cup of chocolate chips. We're just going to let these sit in here and cook down. This is a makeshift double boiler. This is just a glass bowl and a pot of water, and I'm just going to melt this down. Just want to slowly melt it down and get it so that that chocolate is nicely melted. You can also do this in a microwave. I like doing it this way because we're going to mix some peanut butter in with this, and I feel like this heats it up a little bit better and makes it a little bit smoother. I do store my chocolate chips in my freezer, so they are a little extra hard. So to this I am going to add, excuse me, some peanut butter. Now, there's no need to buy a fancy peanut butter. This is just a no brand, great value, Walmart brand, I guess, peanut butter. And you want half a cup. I love this push cup. I got this one at a yard sale with friends, and they do carry them on Amazon though. I love them. They make life so much easier when you're doing ingredients like this. It just, you get everything in there. You don't have to scrape the measuring cup. So we're going to mix all of that in. This is going to be so delicious. If you have peanut butter chips, you can certainly add 1 cup of chocolate chips and 1 cup of peanut butter chips. That will be fine. It'll work well. So that substitute will work. Okay, now that that is all melted, I shut my heat down. You can see, look how creamy this is. This is exactly what you want. The next step is we want to get it put into our little cups. We're just going to spread a little bit on there. We don't need to put a whole lot. I'm not sure, a tablespoon I guess is what I'm putting in there. You can always go back around and add more if you want more. I like to dispense them through, you know, get them all in once and then go through and refill as I need, you know, if they're uneven or anything like that. There is no clean way of doing this, so I just use 1 spoon as a something to hold under to keep the drips, although I'm not doing very well at that, am I? It's all right. These taste just like peanut butter cups with oatmeal. They're so good. Very addicting, so I will warn you, you can't stop at just 1. You're going to want more. They're easy to make. They're a quick grab. They're great to pack and to, you know, put them in a little bag and take them on a picnic lunch, and you don't have to worry about cutting them into pieces, and I like that. All right, I'm going to refill a couple of these. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to put the rest of the topping on top of these. They're gonna be so good. Get this on here. And we're just going to spread that around. You guys have a favorite no-bake dessert that you like to make? They are the best for summer. And here you have it. This makes 12 of these this size, or like I said, you can do an 8x8 pan. I'm gonna let these cool down a little bit on the counter, and then I'm gonna transfer them to the refrigerator just for about 10 or 15 minutes. They're out of the refrigerator. Look at them. I'm going to pop these out of the muffin tin, and let's sample one. Now, to get these out, usually all I do is I run a knife along the side and they pop right out. You can see, look at these. These are so good. Look at this. You can see the chocolate and the oatmeal. And oh my goodness, they're so yummy. All right, now what I like to do, we'll taste one here in a minute. I have a dish, glass dish. This is one of those lock top dishes. I like to store them in here. You can also put these in Ziplocs and throw them in the freezer if you like. I would keep this container in the refrigerator. Oh my gosh. These smell so good. If you like peanut butter cups, which I do, you will love these. And I'm gonna call them semi-healthy because they have oatmeal in them. Kind of like pumpkin pie. You get your vegetables. Yeah, that's my way of thinking. How many of you out there like to think the same? I know there are some. All right, let's get all of these out. Okay, time for a taste. These are so good. Definitely a recipe you need to try. And like I said, they're the perfect summer dessert because you don't have to turn your oven on and heat your kitchen up. They're easy, no fuss. They can be made ahead. They can be thrown in the refrigerator, in the freezer. Gift them to a friend. I think I'll fix myself a cup of tea to go along with this. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, you can do that by clicking the red button below. I make 2 new videos every week on simple living, homestead grown, and all things home. And until next time.